after our Club World Championship campaign come crashing down at the hands of a Manchester club. Today, we open Season 5 against another one. We've got Manchester City in the European Super Cup. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Lufc Fm22 and a big thank you for joining me on another episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. So as I've just said in the little introduction there, we have finished in the Club World Championships, knocked out at the hands of Manchester United. We have forwarded on to the start of the brand new season and Season 5 of the save, and that means we are going to be in the curtain raiser for us against Manchester City in the European Super Cup. Having won the Champions League at the end of last season, that means that Manchester City have won the Europa League, which is a bit of a strange one for them to even take part in, let alone win. But that is what has been thrown up, and that is the game that we will play. So, just to bridge the gap between Season 4 and Season 5, we have got to cover pre-season and what has happened there. So, let's have a little look. You can see that since the Manchester United game, we played Dynamo Kiev in a 3-0 friendly win. Goals from Callum Wilson and Karim Adeyemi getting us across the line in that game. We then beat Genk 6-2 in a game where Rafinha, Scally, and Bentancur and Callum Wilson, scored the goals that got us a 6-2 victory out in Belgium. We then played Bolton and won 8-2 in a friendly at Bolton's University of Bolton Stadium in Bolton, where goals from Adeyemi, Calvin Phillips, Louis Barry, Vlahovic, Thomas, Endrio and Louis Barry rounding off the goals to give us an 8-2 victory in that game. Before we had a bit of a high-profile pre-season friendly for us and home game against Paris Saint-Germain. Unfortunately, we did lose that game 1-0, but we put up a good fight despite the fact we only had one shot on target. Probably just a few players needed a bit of match sharpness to get ready for the start of the season. We then had a 1-0 victory away in Besiktas, where we absolutely got back to form, dominated the game, 30 shots, 10 on target. Only scored one goal though, Karim Adeyemi in the 67th minute, enough for us to win that game. So that is how our pre-season has gone. The transfers, let's see if there was any more since last time. Can't even remember. So we have signed, so we signed 3 reserve team goalkeepers. No real need to go over them in depth. Richard Gamble is a 18-year-old English goalkeeper. David Smith is an 18-year-old English goalkeeper, and Tommy Wynn is an 18-year-old goalkeeper, Welsh. They are all just for the under-18 team, really. All of the under-18s got promoted to the under-23s at the end of the season, so it meant that we were left with nobody to play for our under-18s, so literally just filling the squad in. And then the one at the bottom is the one that you might be able to see. £14.5 million transfer for Conrad de la Fuente. He's another player who starred in the potential superstars of FM22, a player that we have brought in really to give us a bit of rotation on the left wing and the right wing. Can also play as a makeshift striker, and we know he can become quality in the game with 16 pace, 17 acceleration. He is a player that we have brought in certainly to replace Daniel James, who went out to Fiorentina, had a bit of a brain block there. Don't think there's been anybody else really who has gone out. Kiergaard's gone out on loan again. It's been a bit of a strange signing. Kiergaard doesn't seem to be picking up as much as I thought he would. We signed him for 11.5 million. Since then, he's been out on loan at Charlton, Luton, and he's now on loan at Hamburg. So fingers crossed, a step up into the Bundesliga from the Championship can do him some good, and we can get the best out of him, ready to bring him back maybe for next season. So that brings us nicely up to date with everything that's been going on in the save since you've been away. Today we're going to be playing against Manchester City, so let's jump straight into that game and show you how we get on in a European Super Cup. Okay, so the curtain raiser is going to be in the European Super Cup. We are facing off against Manchester City. Let's show you the lineup. We're going to have Meslier in goal, Firpo, Woba, Konate, and Garcia is going to start at right back, our new wonder kid. We've got Phillips and Bentancur in the middle. with De La Fuente, De Cataler and Rafinha starting as the attacking three. And Dusan Vlahovic, our brand new striker, is going to be starting off up front. So I don't really know what to expect from this game, to be honest. A few players there needing to bed in. Some of them need a bit of time, and also coming back from the Club World Championships where we were absolutely knackered. It seems like the entire squad has managed to regain some kind of fitness, but whether we can see it out for the 90 minutes against Man City is something else to be seen. So let's jump into the game and show you how we get on against Manchester City. So then let's bring you the match build up. You can see Manchester City's lineup there. As always, a strong team in this game, Manchester City. And then our own lineup, we are lining up in our familiar 4-2-3-1 formation. Hopefully we can give a good account of ourselves here. I didn't notice actually where we had to travel to play this game. I don't think it would be held in Britain, but stupidly forgot to check where it was being played. But still, we are off and running in the game. And after 11 minutes, the first chance seems to be going to Manchester City as Foden gets the ball and places De Bruyne. Baku is running at us. Let's see what he can do. He tries to find Torres, but he can't get the ball to him. Instead, De Bruyne picks it up and plays it to Ruben Diaz. Plays it back to Baku. De Bruyne, Manchester City really just knocking it about quite easily. Nobody pressing, which is a little bit surprising for us. Would like somebody to go and press. And the chance actually turned out with Ferran Torres having a shot at the near post, turned around by Meslier, and they are going to have a corner kick. So let's see what they can do with this as De Bruyne is going to swing it in. It's aimed into the middle of the goal. It's headed up and away by Canate, and that hopefully will alleviate the danger for a little while. So that's the only chance. And we have a corner now as Bentancur swings it in. Canate gets up, meets the header. Can't get in on target though. Unfortunately for us, the score stays 0-0. After 20 minutes, we are growing into the game. It seems that we're having a few chances of our own. We're 3 shots now, 2 on target, and it does seem like we are working our way into the game, restricting Manchester City to just that one shot that they had early on from Ferran Torres. And we are going to have a free kick here just outside the box. This is in Rafinha range. If he can get it round the wall, which he actually gets it over the wall, and he smashes it into the top corner, gives the goalkeeper, I'm not even sure who's in goal. I think it might still be Edison for Manchester City, but it doesn't really matter. 2 of them wouldn't have stopped it. Let's have a look. Yeah, he absolutely smashed that left-footed top corner. What a take. A brilliant goal to start us off in the Super Cup, but Manchester City look to get straight back at us. So Laporte brings the ball forwards, and they're going to play it about in the middle. Hopefully one of them's just going to knock it long and give it to our defenders, but they're keeping it, and De Bruyne with the ball over the top now unleashes Foden. He's in behind. He's run out wide, so he's going to have to turn back, and Joe Felix has gone straight down the other end. Got an equaliser. So I don't think we're in front for more than a minute or two. It's literally gone bang at one end, bang at the other end, and the scoreline is level. So De Bruyne given all the time in the world to pick that ball out over the top for Foden. He actually, I thought he was going to take a shot. He's run away from goal and then cut it back to Joe Felix. Meslier can't get down at his near post, which is a little bit dodgy. I don't like goalkeepers really that are beaten at the near post like that, but probably was a little bit unsighted with the shot coming from where it was. Doesn't matter anyway. It's in the net. 1-1. Manchester City are looking to build out from the back again. This is a little bit concerning for us because we are normally better at the press, just like that. As Garcia steps in, takes the ball away, gives it to Rafinha. He's running at his man and plays it back to Bentancur. Finds Phillips to Cataler, finds Firpo. What can he do with the ball here? He looks across goal, plays it. It's into Conrad De La Fuente, and De La Fuente instantly starts showing exactly what he can do in a Leeds United shirt. The fans over on the far side are jumping up and down, and De La Fuente makes an instant impact as Firpo gets into the box, turns back, plays the ball to Phillips, and De La Fuente takes a touch, smashes it past the goalkeeper who's at the near post, and it's in the far side of the net to restore our lead. So, a little bit crazy there, like 6 minutes, 3 goals. We have had much of the possession in the game. Well, not possession actually. Possession's gone to Manchester City, 54-46, but we've had the better chances. We've had 9 shots and 5 on target, so it's going 2-1 up. I think is decent for us. We're just going to go straight into the second half and hope that we can continue that run of converting our chances. Little look at the players. De Catalan might be a one to come off. as Man City are breaking forward straight from the kick-off here as Ferran Torres gets into a good position. Baku is playing the ball back to him. It's crossed in. Luckily for us, Foden tries the shot, hits the defender. I'm not too sure which of the two it was. And as Manchester City were trying to get the ball clear again, then Decathlon picked it up and started moving into space. But the clip just came to nothing. So let's let this one play out, and then I'm going to make some changes. 55 minutes. I think Decathlon probably needs to come off. Maybe monitor one of the two midfielders, but Foden is in behind. Meslier gets down low, makes the save, turns it around for a corner. And it seems like we're going to be defending this one out. De Bruyne with this in-swinger. It's cleared away by Canate at the front post, but only as far as Sterling. Plays to De Bruyne, and the ball was over the top. Luckily for us, dealt with well again by the defenders, but Foden's still on the attack, cuts it back. Ferran Torres on the turn, smashes it into the bottom corner, and that's his third goal of the season already. It says that Junior Firpo made a mistake here, so what mistake does Firpo make? Let's have a little look. So Firpo goes towards the ball, doesn't get it. I don't really think there's a mistake in there. I just think that Foden plays the ball away from him before he can get there, and Ferran Torres has just smashed it into the far corner. So I'm hoping this is going to be a competition where we can just make loads of changes. I think it should be one of those kinds of competitions. So let's start off. Where did... Yeah, so Gravenberch... No, Gravenberch shouldn't have gone in for the castle there. It should have been Calvin Phillips. And then we are going to bring Maddison on in place of Calvin Phillips now. Louis Barry, I think we're going to give Vlahovic a rest in this one because he just seems to be a little bit out of sorts. And then give Rafinha, no, can't. There's me thinking it's a 5 substitution competition. It's not, it's a 3. So made 3 attacking changes. Let's see what happens if we can get back into the lead. That would be brilliant. As Maddison plays the ball all the way back to Canate. Plays to Gravenberch. Plays the ball over the top. James Maddison is in, but he can't get his header past Ruben Diaz. And let's see what he does with the ball. Gives it to Ferran Torres, who is going to try and break up the wing. Gives it to Felix, who plays it to Baku. Somebody needs to really be closing things down as the ball comes across. Luckily for us, trying to play the ball into Sterling's head is probably not the best idea that Man City are going to have. He's only little. We do have 2 big defenders at the back, but they are working it in well. And Joe Felix this time nearly gets the header, and Rafinha gets the ball, looks it up towards Louis Barry. Let's see what he can do. Drags the man all the way across towards the corner flag, sits him down, crosses it in. Bentancur's got the header. It's gone past the near post. Unfortunately for us, nothing doing, and straight away Man City are going to try and play out from the back. Again, really would like somebody to be pressing on these. I think it is one of the instructions. Instead, Firpo goes to ground, leaves Ferran Torres in behind. He's going to cross it in, and mimic Sterling with his heading ability at the back post there. I thought he was going to come back to haunt me straight away, but luckily for us, his header goes over the bar, and we are at 70 minutes in the game, and right now it's looking pretty even, but we are on the attack again as Louis Barry gets the ball, plays to De La Fuente, and Conrad is running at them. Plays it back into the path of Gravenberch, who rides a tackle, plays it out to Bentancur, ball over the top for De La Fuente, and his shot is hit straight at the near post where Emerson, I don't know why we're looking at the corner flag, so Edison in goal must have carried it over for a corner, and from that corner, Canate has had a header, and Edison has forced into another save at his near post. And we're going to try the same in-swinging corner. I think it's at Canate again. Canate wins the header again, but can't do anything with it. This time it just goes over the bar. So, interesting 10 minutes left to go here. Let's see what is going to happen. Made all those substitutions sillily, thinking I could make 5 of them. We could only make 3, and we've got another corner. Rafinha with the ball in, Canate with the header, and again, Canate misses a chance to put us back in the lead. So 4 minutes of added on time. Not too sure what the rules are here. So does the game go straight to... No, so we're going to extra time. And hopefully I think that means... Let's see. Can we make another substitution in extra time. I think we can because we need to bring off either Kanate or Woba. We're going to bring off Kanate, yes. So we are allowed to make an extra substitution in extra time. So that is the change MA for Kanate. And this extra time, the first period has certainly flown by. 2 minutes to be added on, and no chances are coming either team's way. And we are going to extra time. Second period, kick that off. And this is really flying by. We've had 19 shots in the entire 115 minutes. We had 8 of them on target, so 50% or nearly 50% strike rate in terms of shots on target, but cannot get a breakthrough goal. So now we're going to have to add penalty takers. So Rafinha is going to be the first man to step up. So looking at this, we've not got the best penalty takers in the world by the looks of it. So we're going to go Rafinha, Louis Barry, Max Wober is there, and James Maddison for number 4. And I'm probably going to regret this decision, but Conrad De La Fuente is going to be number 5. So let's see what happens in the penalty shootout. Handy enough, I don't know why we don't do team talks at all here, but Rafinha is going to step up with the first penalty. Let's see what he's going to do. Left-footed as always. Hits the post with the first penalty. That is not the start we were looking for. Thought Rafinha might have done better there, considering he was the name already on the list. Joe Felix steps up first for Manchester City and gives them the lead in the penalty shootout. Bit of pressure here on Louis Barry. He's going to step up. He looks calm, it says there, and calm he was. Slots it in, right-footed into the bottom corner. And we are back on terms. So we need a miss from Manchester City. Let's see what will happen here as De Bruyne steps up. No missing from De Bruyne. He tucks that one away. And it is 2-1 to City after the second round of penalties. So Max Wober is going to step up. This is a little bit of a strange choice, but he was high on the list of penalty takers. And that's the reason why. He smashes it past Ederson in goal. And we are 2-2. So Foden stepping up for the next one. He smashes it home as well. Left-footed, bottom corner. Not a lot we can do with that. James Maddison on the spot for our 4th kick. See if he can beat the goalkeeper. Ooh, only just hits the inside of the post. Goes into the back of the net. And we are back at 3-3. So we are going to need a miss from Man City here. Aymeric Laporte is stepping up. What a penalty for a defender that is. Left-footed, top corner. Left Meslier on the spot. So we are going to need De La Fuente, who scored in normal time, to step up and keep us in the penalty shootout. Otherwise, we are going to be going, well, you don't go out, do you? You just basically lose in the European Super Cup. Got myself all confused. But De La Fuente scores to keep us in it. It's 4-4. So if Manchester City miss this final penalty, we keep going. We've done all we can now. Just need Meslier to make a save, or McNeil, who's stepping up. See what happens here. We need him to miss, or Meslier to make the save. And unfortunately for us, Meslier can't make the save. Manchester City get the victory, and they are going to be lifting the European Super Cup. So pretty disappointing there. Was a chance to add a second Super Cup to our trophy cabinet, but instead it's Manchester City who are going to lift it. I'm not going to be too bitter and not show them lift the trophy. I'm not going to let them celebrate it, but there they are. Confetti falls for Manchester City. They have won the Super Cup. We are going to jump back to the home screen, past the media reaction, and have a look at the season that is about to unfold. So unfortunately, that is the first loss of Season 5 in a competitive game. Let's have a look at what the schedule will bring in terms of the Premier League. So you can see tomorrow's episode is going to be a game against Aston Villa in the Premier League. We then have a run of games, which is West Brom, Arsenal, Everton, Manchester United again. Then an unknown Carabao Cup third round before Chelsea. Looking at this schedule, it's not the worst in the world. We have a few run of games where we are pretty much going to either take maximum points or no points. Like this run here, Liverpool, Tottenham, Manchester City towards the end of the season, but we end with Newcastle, Burnley, Notts Forest and Southampton. So not a terrible running to finish off season 5. And fingers crossed we are going to be there or thereabouts as we look to regain our Premier League title. Not the start that we were looking for to season 5. Would have liked to have added another trophy to the trophy cabinet, but not to be, as Manchester City beat us on penalties, pushed us all the way through extra time and into that penalty shootout. Couldn't overcome them, and it's another loss to another Manchester team. But we are going to be pushing on. Season 5 has now begun and it's the Premier League tomorrow. So if you're at this point of the video, you're still watching the content, still enjoying the content, please, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel so much. I appreciate every single person who takes the time to do that, as it helps the channel grow. And we've been doing YouTube now for nearly 1 whole year, and the growth and the journey has been so fantastic, and it's all down to people who stop by and interact. But if you're one of the people that's done that already, we're going to be moving on. And in tomorrow's episode, we're going to be facing off against Aston Villa as we kick off season 5 in the Premier League.